Hello, everybody, and welcome to the next Meet the Team. We're here still on the MS Fram. As you can see, the most important area on the MS Fram in the background, the bar, which is really good up here in the observation lounge. And I am with our next Meet the Team interviewee. And introduce yourself.
Yeah, my name is Line. I'm expedition leader on Fram now. And this is the most important place we have. Here's where we come between landings to have a nice coffee, and then we go out for a new landing.
Excellent. So there we go. Question number one, who we've got interviewing with us today, which is Lena, our expedition leader. How long have you been working for Expedition Lena?
For 17 years.
Long time.
I grew up here. So I started on the Norwegian coast working on Nord-Norge.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So these answers are going to be really exciting. So we've got some great answers over the last few interviews, but as you can imagine, 17 years of experience is going to give us hopefully a new set of answers. So question number two, which ship are you normally based on?
So I've been on Fram for the last 10 years, and this is my last trip on Fram. So I have 2 days left, and then I'm going to move over to Spitsbergen. For the summer, I'll be in Spitsbergen on the island Spitsbergen, and be there for the summer, and then over to Midnattssol for the winter season, or the summer season there, Antarctica.
Excellent. So again, a good mix of the small ships and obviously Midnattssol.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
For her last season down in Antarctica at the moment,
yeah.
So which is going to be good. And MS Spitsbergen, similar size to Fram, just over.
A little bit smaller, yeah. So that will be a little bit smaller, and then for the biggest one after that. So
yeah, exactly.
Good variation there.
So, in your opinion, why are Hurtigruten the leaders in world exploration travel?
Because of our experience, 17 years. No, yeah, we do have a lot of experience, and also the captains have a lot of experience. And for me, working with the expedition team, we have really great people that has experience on their subject. So I think that's our strength, and then we learn from each other in the team.
We've been exploring the polar regions since 1896 for Svalbard and Spitsbergen, and as Lena says, the experience is the key thing for us, and I think that's why customers come back time and time again.
Yeah, and also the exploring. So we do really explore. Like now, when we went to Caribbean for the first time in 10 years, we did the same as we do in the Arctic and Antarctic. We go out in small places and just we're the biggest ship they have ever seen on some of these very nice islands. We were well received in Isla Providencia, and Corn Island, Cayos Cocheros. It was really great exploring also in the Caribbean.
And that's great because that is showing our polar expertise, but in those much more warmer waters in between the poles, which we're going to hopefully see a few more destinations like that over the next few years.
Definitely.
Question number 4 then. What's your favourite part of the day on expedition?
It is when everything is going, and it's because it's a lot of preparation to have a landing and then we prepare, we look at the weather, we make sure we are in the right place for the right time, and then when everything is in action, when people are out kayaking, people are ashore, everybody's happy, and we're doing what we plan to do, then that's my favorite time. And also when we come back on board. So after we have had a full day of action, often also when we have a little bit of a challenging landing, when we have some bad weather, when people have to kind of jump a little bit to get out of the boats, and when we come back on board, and it's always a really good mood in the dining room. Everybody has
great day, great experience, good fun, and also again having that little extra that makes them feel they're on an expedition as opposed to a cruise where they're going into a port or a large tender boat that's taking them to a standard quayside on there. Question number 5, it's always the toughie. What's your favourite destination and why?
Oh yeah, so of course I always like where I am. So now I like it here in Newfoundland, but I have to say Greenland. Because since I've been on Fram for 10 years, I started sailing on Greenland, and like in the small places in Okosisat, we started to know the young children when they were young, and now we see they have grown up for 10 years, and we have this close connection with Greenland, and we have the local staff on board, and it's also You get to experience the culture, they invite you in, and also just the beautiful scenery. Ilulissat with all the iceberg, the ice fjord there, and it's just spectacular. And then you have the culture. So for me, that's special. Yeah.
That's great. And the thing about Greenland is people don't realise how close Greenland is to many of our UK market, certainly. And getting to and from is very easy via the Copenhagen charters into Kangerlussuaq, or even if you're joining in Reykjavik and then coming up the southwest corner. So I'm pleased you said Greenland, because it often gets overlooked, and I equally enjoyed Greenland when I was on there, and I went after Antarctica, and it's a totally different type of trip.
Yeah.
But it was on a par with the excitement of the destination, and meeting the local communities and being invited in for coffee. It's very special.
Yeah, and of course you have to mention Antarctica, because it's just, it can't be described, and I hope everybody have a chance to experience Antarctica.
It is. Yeah. Question number 6 then. What animal do you look forward to seeing on the expeditions?
The walrus.
Wow, okay.
With their tusks, and they're just beautiful animals, fascinating. And also I do look forward always to see the wieners when we get to South Georgia, and you have all these elephant seals. That's the young elephant seal pups, and they're amazing. They have these big eyes, and they just lay around on the beach, and you kind of have to walk around them, make sure you keep a good distance, because they're not going to move.
Excellent, good stuff. So when you're getting ready to leave for your next expedition trip, what's that one thing that you can't live without? That first thing that goes in the case?
The only thing is binoculars, I think, and a good hat, good gloves, but binoculars I would say is the most important for all destinations, and especially Svalbard. If you come up there, we need to be able to spot the polar bears, and
And this is actually becoming a bit of a recurring answer here. Everybody's saying the binoculars.
It is the binoculars.
Such an important part of the expedition pack.
Yeah.
You can borrow them and buy them on board as well, but if you bring your own, then it's much better. And as we've said before, always remember to try them on and practice with them.
Yeah.
Because I think that's key, because everything moves very quickly.
I think for all guides, it's the most expensive piece of equipment we have. That, and for some, the cameras.
Yeah, definitely. So question number 8, what's that one moment on one of the Hed's Green expedition voyages that stands out, that memory that you'll never forget?
I had, when we were coming into going into Antarctic Sound in Antarctica, we met early in the morning. This was 4 o'clock in the morning, and the chief officer called me and said, we have orcas around. And then it shows that this orca is actually hunting a minke whale. So we were watching this for half an hour, the orca trying to hunt down the minke whale, and in the end they actually succeeded. So it was pretty spectacular to be able to watch this. It's a bit morbid, of course, but this is nature, and it was so amazing just to be there and see this.
That's it, it's a circle of life at the end of the day. And 4 in the morning, did you get all the guests up?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, wow,
yeah.
Okay, so you can imagine everyone's excitement and then getting up for back to bed or early breakfast. And that's a great way to start an expedition day. Question number 9 then. So what's your top tip for having the best time whilst you're on an expedition voyage?
To be flexible. I think to take the opportunities that come. If you come on an expedition and you expect to have a set schedule, that you want to know exactly what you're going to do for the whole day, of course we plan. So we plan what we're going to do for the whole day, but that's never how it works out. So if we have whale encounters, we will stop for them. So it's just to be flexible and just go with that flow. If we have a nice day, we just might put out the boats and go cruising with the boats. And actually to stay outside, not to stay in your cabin, but to stay in the panorama lounge, observation lounge, or outside on deck. That's when you experience.
Yeah, that fresh air, the wind.
And the wind.
The wind blowing all my my dark hair away, as you can see here, and leaving me a lot more silver on that one. And finally, question number 10, where in the world would you like to see Hurtigruten sailing next?
Franz Josef Land, I would really like to go, because of the history, of course, but also, I would just love to see come up there. And also Wrangler Island would be nice if we can go there. I think Franz Josef Land in the plan. I don't know.
It's on sale.
Yeah.
No, yep, Franz Josef Land is on sale for next year, 2019. We've got the 2 departures on the MS Spitsbergen, which is it's very special because it means that only 400 people maximum are going to get to experience that area with the 2 rotations. So really, really exciting. I can tell you, it's already filling up on that particular trip. So there. So one of your wishes has been met, and obviously with it being your ship. Next year, then fingers crossed you'll get to.
That I can stay on Spitsbergen. Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be able to get up there and see. So Franz Josef, what's so special about it?
So for me, it's the history with Nansen and Hjalmar Johansen ending up on Franz Josef Land, and it would be very special to see that place and the nature. I already love Svalbard, and I feel like this would be similar, but maybe a little bit more extreme. It's like a little bit when we go northeast on Svalbard, when we come to Kviteøya and these really remote places. I feel like Franz Josef Land would be like that.
Yeah, totally unique, which is going to be great. So thank you very much, Lena, for these 10 questions. As you're soon learning from all these interviews now, we're getting very different answers across the 10 questions, and there's 1 or 2 that are very similar. Binoculars, they keep popping up. So
you need to bring binoculars.
Thank you very much once again.
Thank you.